Fellow developers. My name is Western Wright, and this is my second video demonstrating the HGDialV2 dial library for Android. So if any of you have watched the first video, you'll probably seen all these demos before. So for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to show the one which I've added, which is the Open Text Select demo. This one actually has the main demo, which is the dial here, which is obviously it's just a dial, and we've got the cog dial demonstration, we've got the time picker demonstration, the date picker, and the fast list picker. So if you want to watch those, you'll have to watch the previous video, and I'll leave a link to that video in the description. So just to understand how the text select works, first I'll have to explain a particular behavior of this dial, which is the variable dial behavior. Now these numbers here, these settings here, and the precision actually affect how the library will behave when you're actually selecting text. So as you can see there, you've got an inner precision and outer precision. But those numbers, what it means is if I'm rotating the dial, if I'm touching the dial closer to the center, it'll rotate faster than when I'm actually touching the dial to the outside. So I'll actually quickly demonstrate that. As you can see, it's rotating slowly. As I go close to the center, it rotates faster. Now, in the text select demo, which I'm about to show you, this behavior actually persists in this demo. So I'll put in 25 inner, and I'll leave that's not 0.5. Close and exit. Now I'm going to show you the text select demo. This actually demonstrates how you can actually use this dial to select text. So I'm going to start out by showing you the old-fashioned way of selecting text, just for the purpose of contrast. So as you know, you're probably quite familiar with this, the old-fashioned ways of selecting text, which isn't too bad, but I believe I've managed to improve on that. So we go back to the settings, and we use the dial. Now this is got a couple of settings here. You've got letter snapping, word snapping, sentence snapping, and paragraph snapping, and you'll actually figure out what that is in a sec. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start out by selecting some text. We'll select the first paragraph, we'll hold down there, the dial will appear, and as you can see, as I rotate the dial, you can see the cursor moving. So it moves to the left when I rotate that way, and moves to the right when I move that way. So what I'm going to do, and as you can see, the closer I rotate to the center, the faster it moves. See, so if I can go down to the bottom really fast by dialing close to the inside there, as you can see. So we go to the top, release, and then we'll rotate a second time, and it starts selecting text. So pretty simple how that works. Select text there. So we're going to hold down again. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go back to the settings. That was letter snapping. We're going to go to word snapping. So we'll hold down, we'll go to any text, we'll go like that. Hold down there to pick up the dial, and we'll go, this actually snaps to the beginnings of words. It's easier to suss out when you actually get to a big word. So we go like, I don't know, discernment there. You can see it snapping to the word there. So release, dial the second time, it starts to select, like so. Okay, and then we'll quickly show you obviously the sentence snapping, which kind of does the same, only with sentences. So we go like that. So you can see that snapping to the beginning of the sentence there. Select, and we'll go to settings, paragraph obviously does the same, like so. So it gets the beginning of the paragraph, end of the paragraph, select. And we're going to go back to sentence letter snapping now. Okay, I'm just going to show you something else that this does about what the 1 and 2 button does. So what's going to happen here, if normal behavior is dial once, it begins to start, dial twice, it selects. Now, let's say, for example, you accidentally don't get the first one. Let's say I want to go to the beginning of this paragraph here, and I accidentally don't get quite to the beginning of that word there. If I want to repeat the first dial without it, press the 1 button at the top, and then repeat the first dial, and then release, and it'll go to the second dial. And so I want to get, say, to the end of the sentence, and again, I accidentally don't get the right point, I can press 2, and it allows me to repeat the second dial, like so. And there you go, select, there we go. Now I'm going to show you a very big improvement on when you actually select on a single line, which is quite awkward. And we'll go to the default text select. So this is the default way of selecting things here. Now on a single line, as you can see, it's kind of very, very awkward to get to the place exactly where you want. So I don't know if you guys have been using a browser and you're trying to cut and paste a particular part of a a URL but not the whole URL, for example. So it's very, very awkward. So I'm going to go to the new way of selecting text. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to select the latitude longitude, because this URL is actually a Google Maps URL. So I'm going to go to the very beginning there. I'm going to go up to the 37. I'm going to get the latitude longitude. Go like that, and go like that, and there you go. I've got the latitude longitude. So as you can see, that's a pretty awesome way of selecting text. I think I have a great improvement on the way of selecting text. Also, if I've looked through the Marshmallow docs, and it should be possible to use this with literally any app which uses text. So the source code to this demo app is free, and of course the library is protected by open source library. So that concludes this demonstration. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I will bid you adieu.